I am Moloyashree Hashmi, and I've been working with a theatre group called Jana Natya Manch for many years. This is essentially a kind of a voluntary theatre group. So we all have day jobs and we do theatre in the evening. Jana Ma, with the acronym is Janam, that means birth. And Jana Natya Manch means people's theatre platform, forum, whatever, group. So this is a space that was initiated by the theatre group Jana Natya Manch, but then it also has an independent existence of its own because a trust was then formed they are all artists, the trustees, and it's the trust that now runs this space. This is it's a multi-use space. It is not entirely only a performance space, but it is certainly a space for the arts, for interesting things to happen, which could be theatre performance or any kind of performance, as well as talks, discussions, screenings, all kinds of things. We've also had very interesting local history projects, museums, a local history project which ended in a big exhibition when we called it a traveling museum, which we had put up in this space. So that's what this space is. One thing that I'm always deeply impressed by, and at one level even humbled by, is our continuity. There have been ups and downs. There are times when there have been only, a handful of people, and there have been times when we've had, 30, 40 people in the group and many, many things happening. It's that. But we've sort of been at it. The consistency and the continuity, I think that's great. And that's inspiring and humbling, that, you need to push yourself. About Janam, I think that's the thing. I think this space, Studio Safdar, what I find fascinating is, and this is something that has been really a learning for me, in the last, some years, 4 years that the place has been actually active, this place, 4.5 years, and performances have happened here in Studio Safdar. I think over 100 groups, 120 or 25 groups have performed in this space, of which, except barring, like half a dozen of them, they are all from Delhi, which means that there are 100 groups in Delhi who are active. Wow, that's really wow. And here are people who say that theatre is dying and dead. They are not like active all throughout the year, meaning they are not performing, but they are active all throughout the year. They do at least 1 or 2 productions. Many of these 100-odd groups, over 100 groups, have performed multiple times in this venue itself with different plays. So they prepare plays, they do it, and this is not the only place they perform. They usually do their early performances here because this gives them the space to, polish their shows better, which is what we are very happy about. But they also perform in schools, colleges, and other smaller venues, which means that there's so many people doing theatre. I think that's great. And that I got to know only because of Studio Safdar. Otherwise, I also was under the impression that, there are only a handful of groups in Delhi. No, there are many handfuls of groups.